Now this is a story all about how my life got
right.
down, and I'd like to take
you
a
won't be
minute
the
to sit
Fresh
right
Prince
there
if
and
you
tell
forgot about
the prince of a town
Valentine's
called
Day,
Bel Air.
fellas. That's for sure. Happy Valentine's Day. By the way, Friend and Company Fine Jewelers on Maple Street, in between Broadway and Carrollton, open for another 55 minutes. Call them if you might be a little late. They'll stick around after 5. 866-5433. 866-5433. Friend and Company Fine Jewelers. It is New Orleans, and it's Valentine's Day. That's right. Don't blow it, guys. Friend and Company Fine Jewelers on Maple Street. If you're late, you haven't gotten there anything yet. Talking with Ken Friend yesterday live on the air. They have a room where everything's under $1,000 at Friend and Company Fine Jewelers. You can spend under $1,000. You can spend thousands of dollars. You can spend tens of thousands of dollars. Real diamonds, too. Not lab-created diamonds that are made in 3 weeks and immediately start depreciating. It's garbage. You don't want that. You want real diamonds, natural diamonds, 1 billion years old, literally. Where else can you get something like that? Friend and Company Fine Jewelers, open till 5 for another 55 minutes on Maple Street in between Broadway and Carrollton. If you think you might be cutting it close, call them. They'll stick around after 5 for you. 866-5433. 866-5433. Call Friend and Company Fine Jewelers. Open till 5 p.m. And like I said, they'll stay there later if you give them a call. 866-5433. Don't blow it, guys. It's Valentine's Day. Take care of her. Don't try to avoid it. Don't minimize it. Maximize it. Friend and Company Fine Jewelers. Or how about one of the 4 area Woodhouse Day Spa locations? Mid-City, New Orleans, Metairie near North Kenner, on the North Shore in Baton Rouge. The Woodhouse Day Spa. Get her a day of relaxation. A couple of great ideas for you, bailing you out on Valentine's Day. Yep, Valentine's Day today. How about Mardi Gras? A week from today, Mardi Gras Day, 1 week away. 7 days till Mardi Gras. Holy smokes. Speaking of holy smokes, the recall. 8 days remaining in the recall effort. NoLatoya.org. By the way, NoLatoya.org, the recall effort, nearing the finish line, according to the head of the recall effort, Eileen Carter. Last night, the tally they have, 1,029 signatures needed to reach the 49,000 plus. 1,029 signatures needed to reach the 49,000 plus threshold. But don't stop now. Don't go, oh, I guess I don't have to sign it. No, you do have to sign it. It's really ridiculous that this threshold needed is 20% of registered voters in New Orleans. 1 in 5. 1 in 5. That means 4 out of 5 are either apathetic, like the mayor, don't care. Start caring. You shouldn't like the mayor. She's getting nothing done except for herself. Just today, the Office of Inspector General, and thank goodness for Ed Michel in that office. Ed Michel seems to be cut out of the same cloth as the originator, the founder of this office, Bob Sarasoli. Just somebody that grinds and gets things done. The mayor's BS nonprofit returning over $1 million of pilfered money from the Wisner Fund to the city where it belongs. Unbelievable. Without the Office of Inspector General, without investigative reporting from local media, journalists, so many folks, the media is terrible. It's like, well, how do you know what you know? No, you may not like certain parts of the media, but to make that generalization is ridiculous. That'd be like going to a doctor's office for 9:30 and you don't get seen until 11. And you're like, doctors stink. Yeah, not if they're saving your life. No, the media is an integral part of the Second Amendment in America. Necessary, needed. No, thank goodness for New Orleans and these investigative reporters exposing stuff. Thank goodness for the Office of Inspector General, fair, objective investigation, apolitical. No, the mayor's nonprofit returning $1 million+ pilfered from the Wisner Fund to the city of New Orleans where it belongs. What more do you need to know? Pontalba apartment, these junkets, FBI, feds investigating the mayor. It's time for you to step up. You 4 out of 5 registered voters in New Orleans that are ignoring this, that are lazy, someone else will handle it. Why don't you step up and have your voice heard? I don't know how to say it any better. Sign the recall already. Go to nolatoya.org. Check out the different venues, these pop-ups all around. There might be one blocks from where you live. At worst, a few miles from where you live. Beeline to one of those locations right now and sign the recall effort. If you're passing by one and you haven't signed yet, pull over and sign. It takes like 3 minutes. They do all the work for you. nolatoya.org. No, just such an apathy in New Orleans and Louisiana. This should have been done, the goal line of 20%, 1 out of 5 registered voters in New Orleans, 1 out of 5 should have been done months ago. It just goes to show you, I don't think, I know the majority of voters in New Orleans aren't happy with the mayor. They just have an apathy. What's it, man? I sign. New mayor comes in. It's going to be just the same. Get rid of that crappy attitude and sign the recall already. Eileen Carter is doing a Zoom conference call right now with some television stations, I believe. We're going to try to hook up with her in about 10 minutes. And if she's not available in 10 minutes, we'll get her around 4:40. But Eileen Carter will be on this hour to answer specific questions about the nolatoya.org, about the recall effort. They need to get a little over 49,000 signatures, and right now they've got a little over 48,000. They're like 99% there, 98% there. It's within reach, but it's not just crossing the goal line, it's busting through the goal line. I know it's Mardi Gras week, but it's also the final week of the recall. Literally 25 weeks in of 26. 1 week left. 1 week left. It's the last 4 or 5% of the time. Time for you to go sign the recall already. What have you been waiting for? We don't want to put this thing over the top by a few dozen, a few hundred signatures. You want it by thousands of signatures. So there's no excuse for the state clerk of court, or not the clerk of court, the, what is it? Kyle Ardoin is the, not the Secretary of State. What is Kyle Ardoin, Jason? Is he the clerk of court for the state? I don't think that's it. He is Secretary of State? I don't think it's the Secretary of State. Maybe it is. No, I believe that. I'm just saying I don't know if that's where the... I don't think that's where it goes. I forget where it goes. Maybe it is the... I'll figure it out. But it needs to get approved by that state official. And there could be some, not valid folks that have signed the recall. So let's clear the hurdle by thousands and thousands so there will be an election because the mayor's earned that. Eileen Carter will join us in about 6 minutes on the program. We'll find out exactly what's going on with that. Hey, Young's Dry Cleaning has been around since 1940. 83 years of excellence. Literally a New Orleans institution. If you don't look like your dry cleaner and you're looking to experience the best, go online, youngsdrycleaning.com, youngsdrycleaning.com. I've been going to those guys for 25, 30 years. My mom's been going to them for 50 plus. youngsdrycleaning.com. You'll be very happy with those guys. Dale and Don. Don's daughter was in the facility the other day. That's 4th, 5th generation now. youngsdrycleaning.com. It's Valentine's Day, guys. Friend and Company Fine Jewelers, open till 5 o'clock, 45 more minutes. If you think you're going to be close to getting there for 5, they'll stick around a few minutes after. Call them and let them know you're on the way. 866-5433. From hundreds of dollars to thousands of dollars to tens of thousands of dollars, they've got that Valentine's gift for you at Friend and Company Fine Jewelers. Maple Street in between Broadway and Carrollton. 866-5433. They close at 5 o'clock. Hey, Eileen Carter from nolatoya.org joins us next. Don't move.
Rouse's Market is hiring. With 65 stores, full or part-time employment, and flexible scheduling, Rouse's has a job for you, or maybe even a career. Apply at any Rouse's store or online at rouses.com.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, the premier day spa experience, now with 4 area locations. Canal at Carrollton, on the North Shore in Slidell, in Baton Rouge by the Mall of Louisiana, and now in Metairie. West Esplanade at Transcontinental. The Woodhouse Day Spa.
Come to Fausto's Italian Bistro. Age-old Italian recipes like the Italian sausage with peppers or the soft-shell crab ravioli. Lunch Monday to Friday. Dinner Monday to Saturday. 530 Vets, a block before Dorignax. Fausto's Italian Bistro.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, insagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, insagency.com.
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models, and it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof, now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anyway. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
Total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool side. NolaAC.com, your cool side.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day, by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
When a young man comes in and they walk into our store and you can see they're a little intimidated. Last week, I saw the young man. I said, "Hey, what can I do to give you a hand?" And he said, "Well, I'm here for an engagement ring, but I don't think I'm in the right place." So I got him to my desk, and within an hour, he had purchased an engagement ring, had spent $1,000, and he was treated like he spent a lot more, and I'm sure we have a customer for life. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
Young's Dry Cleaning has free pickup and delivery. That's right. Young's Dry Cleaning has absolutely free pickup and delivery. Home or office, East Bank or West Bank. Call Young's at 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on magazine, as unique as you.
Healthy and delicious? Hard to find in New Orleans, easy to find at Lebanon's Cafe. For the finest in Middle Eastern cuisine, make it the Mediterranean diet. On Carrollton at Jeanette, Lebanon's Cafe. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Friend and Company Fine Jewelers open for 40 more minutes till 5 p.m. If you're heading in that direction, you think you might be a little late, call them. They'll stick around for you. 866-5433. You know, there are 4 area Woodhouse Day Spa locations. I recommend going to one, getting her a day of relaxation. She'll love it, guys. It's what she wants. Don't overlook her on Valentine's Day. I got a great Valentine's Day gift last night. 1,029 signatures needed to reach that 49,000 plus threshold. NoLatoya.org. Look, you don't want it to barely cross the finish line. You don't want to have apathy and go, oh, great, they've done it. I don't need to do anything. 1 out of 5 registered voters are needed. What are you waiting for? You 4 out of 5 that haven't done anything. You're happy with the way the city's going? You're happy with this mayor? Sign the recall already. Only 7 days left. Let's bust through that 49,000. Let's get 55,000, 60,000 signatures, guaranteeing an election. The mayor has earned it, deserves a third election. Eileen Carter has done a masterful job. She didn't just go up to the clerk of court or secretary of state's office in Baton Rouge and register and then sit back and hope it happens. She went up there and registered the NoLatoya.org recall effort and has been grinding for the last 25 straight weeks. 1 week left, 6 months to get it done, and she is nonstop for the last 6 straight months. Eileen Carter joins us on the program again live. How you doing, Eileen?
I am feeling great. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Me too. Last night when I saw that release, 1,029 signatures left, I was blown away. It's super excited. Very happy. Incredible job you guys have done so far.
We were excited too because, we were waiting for the numbers just like everybody else waits for the numbers because we, go through the process of, delineating which ones, we can scan and which ones we can't. And then we send it in to make sure that we input them and then, they're checked again. And so, after going through those filters, I'm like, okay, well, what's the number I can say? And so we were waiting for that too. So when that happened, we were like, oh my gosh, because it really gave us a push because the mailers, the second set of mailers were just undeniably the biggest thing that has helped us push this over. We saw such a response in the first set of mailers that we knew that if we got that in the second set that we were going to be successful. So we're seeing that in this first week. You have to remember we have this week as well where mailers are going to be coming in. So that'll be a whole nother chunk. We received about a little over 5,200 signatures last week. And so with that number, and then if you think the threshold was lowered by approximately 5,000 that we actually needed because we only needed the 20% of active voters, not the inactive, included in that number. So if you add that 5 and that 5, that took, approximately a little bit over 10 out, which was a huge chunk for us. And that gave us a real opportunity to be here. And so I am encouraging everyone. It's not just the 1,000. Yes, we need that to be successful, but we want to put an exclamation point on it, and we want to have a cushion. So we want to make sure people are like, what number? It doesn't end. We want, please continue to, encourage your family and friends. The biggest thing that helped in that last mailer, true story, was that people were getting their family and friends to sign. So when we were opening, some families had like eight people in a sheet. So we're finding 6 and 4 and 8. And so it was those chunks that were doing it at a time that really pushed us over. So it's working, y'all. Encourage your family and friends to sign. That's exactly what we need. Get them to sign a sheet. And we have locations. You can find them on NoLatoya.org to drop them off and make sure that you put it in our hands. We're really excited. And we have brand new shirts. We just stocked the RV, so we will be on the parade routes giving out our new NoLatoya gear. We're really excited about it. We wanted to give them out as a thank you for everyone who's been supporting us through this process. So these aren't for donation. They are. We just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's been so supportive of the recall throughout this process. Volunteers. Just everyone. This has really been a united effort. We said this from the beginning, but it truly has been. independents, Democrats, Republicans, Libertarians, no party. We are all working together to make sure that we have a stronger New Orleans. And I think it'll be really wonderful to see how we grow in the future with all of us working together.
Eileen Carter's with us for a few minutes with NoLatoya.org. About 1,000 signatures needed to reach the threshold. Eileen, the message is out. I don't think you could find a New Orleans registered voter that's unaware of the recall effort. You guys, the messaging part, grand slam home run. Something kind of beyond your control. All you can do is grind and push. The apathy of the New Orleans voter. I mean, we see it all over Louisiana, not just New Orleans. The apathy of the voter. How do you overcome that? How do you, I mean, like you sent out 100,000 mailers, and from what I can tell, maybe getting about 10 or 12% response from those 100,000 to get you where you are. Isn't that about right?
You know what, Corey? There are so many aspects of this because you're going to dig a rabbit hole you don't want to dig. Because, you send out all those mailers and you're hoping and, you are expecting them to reach the voter that you mail them to. But that isn't the case. We had certain, I don't want to name them, but we had a voter and a resident, post, look, I got 5 of these at my house with 5 different names and none of them are for me.
Wow.
Well, that's really annoying because I'm like, I paid for that. We paid for that. Y'all paid for that. Your donation paid for that. And that should be really annoying because I'm like, well, what happened to our voter rolls? So that's like a whole other conversation of what's going on there and what needs to be cleaned up because it's a lot of money that, you put out for mailers. And even with this, say that there wasn't clarity on the active and the inactive and we, mail to those. That'd been a lot of money there. Thank goodness that wasn't the situation. We did know, but these are things that come into play when people are trying to just walk in their civil rights. These are our rights, and so it's just been a huge learning curve for everyone. It's a short process, but we need to take the bull by the horns and continue it. This isn't something that we stop just because of this. We all need to stay engaged and to look at all of our other aspects of government, the legislative branch, the judicial branch, and look at how they're working and how they're working together and maybe how we can encourage them to work better together, so that we can have a better quality of life for everyone.
Plus, we all know, I don't know if it's Corona, federal government, whatever, rain, sleet, snow, the mailman delivers. Not so much anymore. It's not a 6-day-a-week delivery for a lot of folks. They may only get mail 5 days a week. Some weeks they get it 6. Sometimes they get it 4. So that's a little aggravating and something you guys have to overcome too, the postmen doing their job. Hey, Eileen, you guys are obviously scrutinizing these forms. Do you have confidence that 100% of what you turn in will be verified, or are you worried about some getting kicked back?
I have the utmost confidence in what we hand in. Absolutely. Do I want to say I'm 100% perfect? No one is, so I will never say that. But I have the utmost confidence in what we're handing in. And I have the utmost confidence in the residents and the people of New Orleans that we're going to do what we need to do this week and get what we need to get done and that we can hand this in. And I'll tell you this, we handed in our letter to the Register of Voters office today because by law we are required to give them at least a 3-day notice that we are going to file the petition. And so we did that. We took that step today. Belden went and delivered the letter to the Register of Voters office here in Orleans Parish. And so we did that step by law, and we are prepared and are preparing to do this. So we know that the residents are going to meet this moment in time and that we are going to make change and save New Orleans together. So meet us on NoLatoya.org and let's get this done.
What was the state agency you originally filed this with?
The Secretary of State's office in Baton Rouge.
Okay, it was Kyle Ordwin. Okay, and once the Register of Voters in New Orleans verifies it, then it goes to Kyle Ordwin?
Then the petition goes to the governor.
Okay, so the New Orleans Parish would verify it, not Kyle Ordwin, the Louisiana Secretary of State?
Correct. And then our parish's Register of Voters office.
And then John Bell Edwards would call a special election?
Exactly. Once they're certified, then from that office, then they petition the governor, and then the governor would set a special election.
Are you worried that the Orleans Parish Registrar of Voters might kick back some, or you're confident they won't?
I will say this, and you know what? I believe you should always say stuff on the front end when you can. You know, all situations are different. But it's been, we called there on Friday to find out what day, to find out what days are their holidays and what days that they were closed, so we could, make sure that we filed it within, the requirements of the 3 days. And they would not give us, information. They kept repeating the law and saying, we cannot give you any legal information. I said, well, ma'am, I'm not asking for legal information. I'm just asking for your days, the days that you're closed and your holidays. I didn't know that was legal advice. So, just to be safe, we wanted to make sure that we handed it in today, because if I count those 3 days and eliminate Tuesday as Mardi Gras as a holiday, and then you have that weekend, I just wanted to make sure we count it correctly. So we gave ourselves an extra day to make sure we had cushion, to make sure we don't have any problems in that area. So, we haven't gotten certain straight answers out of that office. And so I just hope that we will have a wonderful working relationship and that they can get this petition done. And, we can make sure that we give it to them in the form that makes it easiest for them to count. If they want it by, just in stacks of paper, if they want it digital, we will figure it out. We will ask them and make sure we hand deliver it in that manner, or do both. So we're going to make sure we get this done, and be the voice for the residents of New Orleans. They have entrusted us with this, and we're going to deliver.
Eileen, great job so far. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, but you guys have not crossed the finish line. Keep it going, and I'm going to keep on the citizens in New Orleans to get that signature.
Thank you. Let's do this.
Yep, exactly. Let's. You heard her, everyone? Eileen, a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's Eileen Carter joining us on the program. Corey Johnson with you.
When you think of Fury's restaurant in Metairie, you think about New Orleans food, fresh local seafood, and even a few Italian specialties. Old school New Orleans, just like you remember. Fury's restaurant in Metairie.
Kanye West was seen shopping at Super Discount Store in Chalmette.
I am Shakespeare in the flesh. Walt Disney, Nike, Google.
Okay, I think Kanye was talking about something else entirely. Super Discount Store on Paris Road in Chalmette.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this Lamarck Automotive Complex, there's something called Quick Lane. Tires, wheel alignments, struts, servicing your transmission. We're doing all makes and models. It doesn't have to have been purchased from us. It's for you. It handles your lifestyle with your budget in mind. And we want to get you in and out as quick as possible. Quick Lane, you got to come see it. You're going to love the experience. Right there at Williams Boulevard in Kenner.
For us, it's really relationships. And if you care about the relationship, you're going to do the right thing for the customer all the time. When we're in design process of a custom-made piece, I have a test that says, if I wouldn't give this to my wife, I think we should pass and start over. If it's not perfect, it's going back to the shop. We're going to start all the way over. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
Hi, everyone. It's Tommy Wrong for AsbestosMoneyGrab.com. This is not, I repeat, not for folks with real asbestos problems. But if you're like me and were maybe taking a shop class in high school where you maybe breathed in some brake dust and you know for certain you're fine, but you're the type of person that takes advantage of these types of situations, get tested, lawyer up, and steal some money like me. Go to I'm not really hurt at all, but like exploiting the system for free cash.com.
Enjoy outdoor dining on the streetcar line, under the oak trees, Lebanon's Cafe, the finest in Middle Eastern cuisine, Carrollton at Jeanette, Lebanon's Cafe.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NolaAC.com, your cool spot.
custom window treatments can enhance the look and value of your home. At Helm Paint and Decorating, we're proud to offer custom plantation-style window shutters by Scandia. Perfect for any window, including large frames, French doors, sliding doors, and arches. American-made SL300 shutters are available in many colors to match your personal decor. We'll come out to measure, and you'll receive fast delivery. Plus, they're virtually maintenance-free.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
Helm Paint and Supply.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live, we live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Hey, Fury's restaurant in Metairie is open till 9 p.m. tonight. You know what? Fury's might be the exact place where you can still slip in on Valentine's Day. Seriously. I don't know how many restaurants right now have space available. I know Fausto's is totally booked up. But Fury's might have space. Lebanon's Cafe might have space. There's not a lot of choices out there. Most restaurants are booked up. I don't know if Fury's takes reservations, and I don't think Lebanon's Cafe takes reservations. So that's a couple of good possibilities for you tonight. Fury's fresh local seafood open till 9 p.m. I have to give them a call, and I'll find out for sure what their situation looks like, because Fausto's is booked inside, booked outside, booked at the bar. Absolutely no space available at Fausto's. None. Brightson's, they've been booked up for the last couple of weeks for tonight, Valentine's night. But I'll try to find some of you stragglers a restaurant like Fury's or Lebanon's Cafe that might have space available. I'll call Trey Yen as well. I'll do that during the next break and help you out. Hey, speaking of calling, you might want to call Friend and Company Fine Jewelers. They're open for 22 more minutes. But if you call them, Ken Friend and his staff will probably stick around after 5 o'clock and help you get that perfect Valentine's gift for her. For a few $100, for a few $1,000, tens of thousands of dollars, any price range, Ken Friend and Company Fine Jewelers has you covered. Friend and Company Fine Jewelers on Maple Street in between Broadway and Carrollton. Call them now. Let them know you're on the way. 866-5433. 866-5433. They'll stay after hours and help you out on this Valentine's Day. They close in 21 minutes, 5 o'clock. But if you call them and tell them you're on the way, they'll stick around. 866-5433. Friend and Company Fine Jewelers on Maple Street in between Broadway and Carrollton, in the Carrollton section of Uptown near the River Bend. Mardi Gras, 1 week away. We just had Eileen Carter on. They're 1,000 signatures away. 1,000 signatures away from the amount of signatures needed to get a special election called in Orleans Parish where voters would go into the booth and either keep LaToya Cantrell for the remainder of her second term, about 3 more years, or oust the mayor immediately. Immediately. You'd have probably someone on the city council like J.P. Morrell as interim mayor for a month or two. Then a special election would be called where qualified candidates would run for the remainder of LaToya Cantrell's term. I think it would be very hard to find almost any human being on planet Earth that could do a worse job as mayor than LaToya Cantrell. Thank goodness for investigative reporting and the New Orleans Office of Inspector General. The mayor's BS nonprofit returned over $1 million of city money, over $1 million from the Wisner Trust, from that Wisner Fund, back to the city of New Orleans where it belongs. This is just typical operating, procedure for this mayor. The Pontalba apartment, the Wisner Trust, the junkets, first-class airline tickets. It never ends. It's like the John Hilario syndrome, all about her and not us. Haven't you had enough? Apparently not, because 4 out of 5 Orleans Parish registered voters have not signed the recall petition. 4 out of 5. It's nauseating. I don't know what's wrong with you folks. Gluttons for punishment, lazy, whack the general. Someone else will handle it. I don't get it. Sign the recall petition. You don't want this thing crossing the goal line by a hair. You want it blowing through the goal line. Thousands and thousands and thousands of extra signatures. This thing should have been done 3 months ago. But just the apathy of the Louisiana voter, the New Orleans voter, in this instance, it's pathetic. 4 out of 5 registered voters in New Orleans either like, she's doing okay, or what's my signature going to do, or you get someone else in there, it's not going to make any difference. Just pathetic. Come on. Sign the recall already. NoLatoya.org. Go today to one of those pop-up locations. Go to NoLatoya.org and get the, form and fill it out. And I wouldn't mail it in, because there's only a week left, and Mardi Gras and all that, and just how the mail doesn't always operate like it used to. I'd fill out the form, and I'd go to one of the pop-ups and physically hand it in. NoLatoya.org. We are so close, New Orleans. It would be historic. It could be a game changer. Actually, the citizens caring, and we only need 1 out of 5. 80% of you sitting on your you-know-what doing nothing about this. 4 out of 5 of you, just pathetic. What's wrong with you people? Seriously. Just broken, second rate. Get off your you-know-what and go to NoLatoya.org already. Pathetic. This is pathetic. East Lansing, Michigan, the campus of Michigan State. 43-year-old Anthony Dwayne McRae shoots and kills 3 Michigan State students, shoots and wounds 5 others, and then kills himself. Gun violence in America, absolutely insane. Boy, speaking of New Orleanians and apathy, black and white New Orleanians numb to black kids getting shot and killed. Black and white New Orleanians are numb to black kids getting shot and killed. 3000 block of St. Roch last night. A Warren Eastern freshman, Warren Eastern Charter School freshman, a 15-year-old kid, Tyler Ellis, shot and killed. This is the second Warren Eastern Charter School student killed in the last couple of weeks. Kennedy Belton shot and killed in New Orleans East. No, this is a terrible thing to say. And I don't wish it or hope it happens. I swear I don't. But if some white kid from Newman or Country Day or St. Martin's got shot that was 15, folks would freak out, including black folks. Not just white folks. They'd freak out. But black folks would freak out. I'm telling you, black and white New Orleanians numb to black children getting shot and killed. There's something wrong with that. A black kid is lesser value than a white kid to black and white New Orleanians. It's mind-blowing. This is sickening. This trend has been going on way too long. And you white folks that live in Metairie or the North Shore, like, man, that's New Orleans problem. Or worse, that's a black problem. So illogical and crazy. You live in the metro area. It has to be a white kid for you to care. It has to be in Jefferson or St. Tammany for you to care. It's beyond illogical. I've used this, kind of explanation before. There's a doctor at English Turn. He lives in $1 million house. He drives a Porsche. He's a doctor. Makes $1 million a year. He's white. Next door, a doctor lives in $1 million house, drives a Porsche, makes $1 million a year. He's black. That doctor, the black doctor, is more responsible than the white doctor for the black killing in New Orleans because it's black kids doing it? Makes no sense. Forget about English turn. Mid-city, somebody who makes $60,000 a year. They're a salesman. They drive a Jeep. They're white. Next door neighbor, $60,000 a year, salesman, drives a Jeep. They're black. The black guy's more responsible than the white guy. It makes no sense at all. The color of skin, the murders going down. It's not a black problem. Who came up with that crap? That's so racist and dividing. It's a New Orleans problem. And yeah, Jefferson Parish and St. Tammany, folks, it's a metro New Orleans problem. Shines a bad light on all of us. Black, white, Republican, Democrat, old, young. I'm on the other side of the 17th Street Canal. That's New Orleans problem. Just beyond illogical and brainless. Crazy. Just broken thinking. Think through it just for a minute. Not just what feels good, like you're a child eating ice cream. It's mind-blowing. Former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley running for president, the first Republican, first GOPer to challenge the Trumpster. Derek Carr, released by the Raiders, officially an unrestricted free agent. They had some odds on where he could go, and like Carolina's the favorite now, Tampa's second, Saints are third. I was like, really? The Pels, obviously without Zion Williamson, but also without C.J. McCollum. They beat the Thunder on the road in Okie City. They're 30-28, seventh in the West, but one game back from the 4 seed. That's how tight the West is. A half game back from the 5th or 6th seed. Crazy. 30-28. Gotta love the Pels. There's a lot of momentum at the arena. A lot of folks checking out the Pels. There should be a lot of momentum for this recall effort. As of last night, 1,029 signatures needed to reach the 49,000 plus threshold. That doesn't mean, oh gosh, it looks like they're getting it done. I don't have to do anything. You've not been doing anything the entire 6 months of the recall. Be responsible. Sign the petition already. Let's get this thing to clear by thousands and thousands of votes. We don't need some New Orleans lame political crap squashing this thing when we are so close. No one that cares, that's honest with themselves, can be happy with this mayor and her shenanigans. No one. You've got to have some agenda and a warped agenda to be happy with this mayor. No Latoya.org. No Latoya.org. Sign the recall petition already. Do it.
Being a part of people's lives, from an engagement ring to a wedding band. Before you know it, the wedding day is here and groom and bride are exchanging gifts on that day. And not too long after that, there's baby gifts to have. And I just enjoy being part of other people's family, saying, Mr. Friend did my engagement ring and he did my mom and dad's engagement ring. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
If you love Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City, you're going to love Bienvenue in Harahan. The same folks bringing a little of that New Orleans flavor to Hickory Avenue. If you love Katie's, come to Bienvenue on Hickory Avenue in Harahan.
Have a painting project but can't decide on the perfect color? At Helm Paint and Decorating, we offer half-pint paint samples in any Benjamin Moore color for under $5, so you can test potential paint colors before investing in a full gallon.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com. Rouse's Markets means convenience. Every one of our 65 locations opens at 7 a.m., some at 6:30, and they're open until 10 p.m., with some staying open till 11 or even midnight. Convenience. Rouse's Markets. Tastes like home.
Ford F-150, #1 seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see, what about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamar team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamar Ford. We became #1 for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Come to Fausto's Italian Bistro. Age-old Italian recipes like the calamari fritti or spaghetti and meatballs. Lunch Monday to Friday. Dinner Monday to Saturday. 530 Vets, a block before Dorignax. Fausto's Italian Bistro.
Recently, Kim Kardashian was seen at Super Discount Store in Chalmette.
Let's party.
Can you think of any other celebrities that won't sue us? Super Discount Store in Chalmette. The lowest prices allowed by Louisiana law on wine, alcohol, and cold beer. 3235 Paris Road.
The city's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa with 4 area locations: New Orleans, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and Metairie. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. NOLA.woodhousespas.com.
Which Metro New Orleans area restaurant made CNN's top 50 in America and ThrillList.com's top 25 and has served presidents at the White House for over 40 years? Trey Yen in Mandeville.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day. By river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Crescent City and beyond. Corey Johnson back at you. Doing a little work for you during the break. I forgot it's Tuesday. Lebanon's Cafe is closed on Tuesday, but they're out. Fury's doesn't take reservations, and they turn tables quickly. So you can go to Fury's right now, all the way till 9 p.m. If you guys blew it and didn't get a reservation somewhere. You can go to Fury's. They probably will have a table for you right away. At worst, you'll wait like 15 or 20 minutes, and they flip tables quick. So you can go to Fury's tonight. Trey Yen in Mandeville, wide open. They take reservations for 6 or more. So they have a lot of tables available. And it's walk in, first come, first serve, same deal. Trey Yen's got, I bet you they seat a few hundred in the restaurant. Literally. At least 100 in the middle and left area, and they might have that right area open tonight. So you can go to Trey Yen and walk right in and sit down. Plus, you can sit at the bar. They even have tables at the bar. So Trey Yen, I think you're really safe tonight if you didn't get a reservation. And the drive across the causeway is pretty romantic, too. You know, you can chit-chat with her. Nice drive across the lake. 30 minutes from I-10 and Causeway. 25 minutes from Lakeside Shopping Center to the parking lot at Trey Yen. 25 minutes. It's easy. So you folks that are scrambling that didn't make a dinner reservation because places like, you know, Fausto's on Vets, fully packed, no way to get in. Brightson's, fully packed, no way to get in. I'd say 90% of New Orleans restaurants fully packed. It's Valentine's Day, no way to get in. Fury's, you can get in. Onion rings, gumbo, fresh local seafood, really good. Casual, dressy, whatever you like. Trey Yen, ready to roll. And check this out. Scott Craig, owner, operator, head chef at Katie's. Katie's has room for you. So does Bienvenue in Harahan. So does Francesca on Harrison Avenue off Canal Boulevard. If you want to get a reservation at any of the three, you can email Scott at Scott, S-C-O-T, only one T, S-C-O-T, Scott at katie'sinmidcity.com. You need a Katie's, Francesca on Harrison Avenue, or Bienvenue and Harahan reservation where you're locked and loaded? Email Scott with one T, Scott at katie'sinmidcity.com. He'll take care of you at any of the three restaurants. Katie's in Mid-City, Francesca on Harrison Avenue, or Bienvenue in Harahan. And like I said, Fury's, no reservations. Just walk right in. They'll take care of you. At the worst, you're going to wait about 15, 20 minutes. At worst, Trey Yen, walk right in. No reservations. Got to be a party of 6 or more to get a reservation at Trey Yen. They've got space in the restaurant, both sides, the bar. No bailing you out for you folks, you guys out there that didn't plan a dinner reservation and you know you're going to the doghouse if you don't handle it. I just threw out 5 places you can go. 5. Trey Yen in Mandeville, Katie's in Mid-City, Bienvenue in Harahan, Francesca on Harrison Avenue off Canal Boulevard in Lakeview, Fury's on Vets. Problem solved. Couple of other suggestions on this Valentine's Day. Friend and Company Fine Jewelers closes in 5 minutes. But if you call them right now and tell them you're on the way right now, Ken Friend and his folks will stick around waiting for you. They've got you covered on this Valentine's Day. 866-5433. They close in 5 minutes, but if you tell them you're on the way, they'll stay open. They'll wait for you. After hours, today, Valentine's Day. Don't blow it, guys. Friend and Company Fine Jewelers, 866-5433. Call them right now. Tell them you're on the way. They'll wait. 866-5433. Friend and Company Fine Jewelers is on Maple Street in between Broadway and Carrollton. 866-5433. Call them and tell them you're on the way. 866-5433. And the Woodhouse Day Spa, 4 area locations staying open late today. Mid-City, Canal Street at Carrollton. Be there. Metairie near North Kenner. West Esplanade at Transcontinental. Be there. They're in Slidell, right off of I-10 and Gauze. Be there. They're in Baton Rouge by the Mall of Louisiana. Be there. They'll take care of you. Getting her what she wants, a day of relaxation at the city's premier day spa. That's the Woodhouse Day Spa. Guys, it's Valentine's Day. You guys that are trying to avoid it or tight or cheap, don't want to spend money. She loves me anyway. Pathetic. This is her day. Don't try to get by. Try to excel. Be proactive. Get her something nice, something she wants. Now, I'm single right now, but if I had a significant other or we're still married, my goodness, it's Valentine's Day. It's her Super Bowl. Woodhouse Day Spa, 4 area locations. Friend and Company Fine Jewelers closing in a minute. But if you call them right now and tell them you're on the way, they'll stay open for you. 866-5433. 866-5433. What's that, Blue Boy? Bailing folks out at Katie's, Francesca, Bienvenue, yep, Trey Yen, Fury's. No reservations needed. Blue Boy, you're right on the money, pal. Happy Valentine's Day. 5 o'clock powwow coming your way now.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson. On TV on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube. On radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM. WSLA New Orleans.
Hi, it's Ken Friend from Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business. Come see us over on Maple Street in Uptown.
Friend & Company Fine Jewelers Breitling time, 5 p.m.
In New Orleans, we don't eat to live. We live to eat.
More is better.
Scott Craig of Katie's.
That is our slogan. More is better at Katie's. It means more of everything. Not just more food, more smiles, more friendship, more love, more. When you do something, you have to do it right. You know, it's all about more, and it's all more of the good things.
Get more at Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City.
The Woodhouse Day Spa, the premier day spa experience, is now more convenient than ever. Now open, the Woodhouse Day Spa, Metairie location, West Esplanade at Transcontinental. Metairie and Kenner's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa.
Where can you find shish kebab in New Orleans? Lamb, beef, chicken, shrimp, plus all your other Mediterranean favorites. Lebanon's Cafe on the streetcar line. Lunch, dinner, and shish kebab. Lebanon's Cafe.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
If you are a loved one or suffering from addiction, listen to Springfield Wellness Center's founder, Paula Norris Metier.
I feel personally, when I walk around on the grounds, that it's sacred ground. It's healing. Just the environment is healing. Just being here makes one feel like that, I can let go. I can let go of the worry. I can let go of the stress that I've been carrying around for a long time. We don't shame anybody. We don't blame anybody. We don't judge anyone. Just that alone really is the foundation on which everything else that we do is done.
Put your addiction behind you. Call Springfield Wellness Center, 504-291-4000.
Just call us. That's all. And we'll be waiting for you.
504-291-4000. 291-4000. Springfield Wellness Center. SpringfieldWellnessCenter.com.
Here's New Orleans native son, Corey Johnson.
New Orleans City Councilman Freddie King joins us.
So I want to first say thanks for having me. And believe it or not, man, I used to listen to your show all the time driving home. So it's an honor to be on.
Freddie, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. It's an honor to have you on the program. Thanks.
The official afternoon talk show of the city of New Orleans. It's Corey Johnson on the neutral ground, where New Orleans is heard.
When a young man comes in and they walk into our store and you can see they're a little intimidated. Last week, I saw the young man. I said, "Hey, what can I do to give you a hand?" And he said, "Well, I'm here for an engagement ring, but I don't think I'm in the right place." So I got him to my desk, and within an hour, he had purchased an engagement ring, had spent $1,000, and he was treated like he spent a lot more, and I'm sure we have a customer for life. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day, by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
When you think of Fury's restaurant in Metairie, you think about John Fury, an absolute genius at the fryer, making the best fried shrimp in New Orleans. None better anywhere. Fury's restaurant in Metairie.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on magazine, as unique as you.
Yes, how appropriate. It's Valentine's Day, and this is the Love Boat. I'm Gopher, your bartender. What can I get you? I'm Gavin McLeod, the captain. We're going to go right into this iceberg, full speed. Hang on. What a terrible program. The Love Boat. Life's sweetest reward. It's a Holiday Inn. Floating. Hopefully staying afloat. Back to you. Thank goodness that Love Boat theme was making me nauseous, but pretty appropriate on this Valentine's Day, eh? Corey Johnson with you on a Tuesday. Friend and Company Fine Jewelers closed 5 minutes ago. But if you call them, you might get them on the line, tell them you're on your way, and they might stick around a few minutes and bail you out. 866-5433. 866-5433. Friend and Company Fine Jewelers on Maple Street in between Broadway and Carrollton. Hey, there are 4 area Woodhouse Day Spa locations. They're staying open late tonight. It's Valentine's Day, guys. Did you blow it, not get her anything? I'm bailing you out. Go to the Woodhouse Day Spa, 4 area locations. Get her that day of relaxation gift card, what she wants. In the little foyer area, little entrance area of each and every Woodhouse, they've got all kind of goodies that she will love. Lotion, moisturizer, bath salts, scented candles, things like that. The staff is very helpful. They'll put it all together for you, a little bag with the rope handles, the tissue paper, the ribbons, the bow, all that stuff we're terrible at. Go to one of the 4 Woodhouse locations, Canal Street at Carrollton in Mid-City, Metairie near North Kenner, Transcontinental at West Esplanade. They're in Slidell right off the I-10 near Gauze. And they're in Baton Rouge by the Mall of Louisiana. They're all staying open late tonight for Valentine's Day. Get over there. Now, you guys that, I can't make it to one of those 4 locations. What am I going to do? Go to their website, nola.woodhousespas.com, and you can print your own gift certificates online. Go to the Walgreens, get a Hallmark card. Kaboom goes the dynamite. I bailed you out on Valentine's Day. I'm going to continue bailing you out. Some of you guys out there didn't get a dinner reservation. I got news for you. Just about every single place that is open tonight is fully booked. Just about every place. Just about every one. Like Fausto's on Vets, fully booked. Inside, outside at the bar, no room available. Brightson's in the Riverbend, fully booked. Not a seat available. But I got you covered. Trey Yen in Mandeville. They only take reservations for 6 or more, and they don't have many reservations tonight. So you can walk in with her at Trey Yen and get seated immediately. Huge restaurant, plus the bar area probably seats about, 15 at the bar, another 15 or so at the tables around the bar. That's like a restaurant in its own. So Trey Yen in Mandeville's got you covered. Nice romantic drive across the lake, 25 minutes from Lakeside Mall. Once you cross the causeway, there's no driving on the North Shore. Right across the bridge, immediately on your left, Trey Yen, foot of the causeway. You folks on the North Shore, Mandeville, Covington, Madisonville, Bush, wherever you might be up there, Folsom, Lacombe, Trey Yen has got you covered. Walk right in with her, get seated right away, have a great Valentine's night meal at Trey Inn. Hey, how about Fury's Restaurant in Metairie? Right there, a few blocks in from the parish line. Fury's, fresh local seafood, gumbo, onion rings, flounder, speckled trout. Absolutely incredible. Snapper. Fresh and local seafood. Fury's, it's no reservations. You walk right in and sit down. If they're full, they're packed, they flip tables quickly. You're going to be waiting about 15, 20 minutes tops. Another bailout for you. Fury's, go there tonight with her. I've got 3 Scott Craig restaurants for you. Katie's in Mid-City. Francesca on Harrison Avenue, right off Canal Boulevard. And Bienvenue in Harahan on Hickory. They don't take reservations. Walk right in. And like Fury's, if they're packed, they go through tables quickly. By the way, Scott will get you a Valentine's Day reservation. You can email him, Scott with 1 T, S-C-O-T. Scott at katiesinmidcity.com. Scott at katiesinmidcity.com. Email him. Hey, I want a reservation at Katie's. I want a reservation at Francesca. I want a reservation at Bienvenue for tonight. Scott with 1 T at katiesinmidcity.com, or just show up. Just show up. Trey Yen, Fury's, Katie's, Francesca, Bienvenue. Got you covered, you guys that didn't plan ahead, didn't get a reservation. You can go out with her to a restaurant tonight. I just threw out 5 that'll take care of you. Lebanon's Cafe closed on Tuesdays. Lebanon's Cafe closed on Tuesdays, so they are out. Corey Johnson with you on a Tuesday. If you missed the 4 o'clock hour, you missed a lot. Eileen Carter joined us from NoLatoya.org, the recall effort. As of last night, there were 1,029 signatures short of the 49,000 plus needed. They're like 2-3% away from getting this thing over the top. But that doesn't mean, you 4 out of 5 registered voters in New Orleans that have done nothing, counting on someone else to sign. Lazy, don't want to bother with it. Someone else will deal with it. Apathy, whatever your problem is, and it's a problem. If you're accepting this mayor doing her job and you're fine with that, you have a problem. Get off your rear end. Stop the laziness. Go to NoLatoya.org. Find out where these pop-ups are. There might be a few blocks from your house or on the way home from work. Get over there and sign already. It's crunch time. Be a hero, not a zero. Sign this recall petition already. What are you waiting for? Quit waiting on someone else. Stop the laziness, the apathy. 4 out of 5 registered voters in New Orleans have done nothing with this recall effort. 4 out of 5. What's wrong with you people? Seriously. Now is the time. Historic change can happen. Be part of it. Don't lie after the fact. Yeah, I sent in my thing when you're lying. You didn't. Stop being lazy. Get motivated. This is important. Care about New Orleans for once in your life. Quit worrying about 3-for-1 at the bar, hunting and fishing season and Mardi Gras. That's like your only concern. Don't care if the kids get educated. Don't care about bad streets. Don't care about crime. Don't care about the economy. Time to care. This close away. If you're listening on the radio, my thumb and forefinger are about a millimeter apart. NoLatoya.org. Come on, people. Care for once. The apathy, the not caring, the laziness is in the rearview mirror. We all have an opportunity to do something special, make a difference. It's this close. Let's put it not over the top, way over the top. Thousands and thousands of votes. It requires you to get proactive. Come on, wake up. NoLatoya.org. Sign the petition already. So close. Don't want to just cross the goal line, want to blow through the goal line with thousands and thousands of extra signatures. Got to have some lagniappe, some gravy, because you never know the shenanigans the Register of Voters in Orleans Parish may or may not pull. Even Kyle Ardoin, the Secretary of State's office, it's Louisiana. Come on, we're not smooth and efficiently run. Let's make it a no-brainer where there's no way they can disqualify some signatures where it puts us below the 49,000 plus needed. Eileen Carter and Belden Batiste, talking the talk and walking the walk. Anyone could go to the Secretary of State's office and, hey, I got to petition a recall. But then you have to do the work. And Eileen Carter has busted her rear end. So has Belden Batiste for 6 straight months. 25 weeks in, 1 week to go. Let's not blow it. This could be historic in a good way for New Orleans. Gives us a fighting chance. I mean, just today, the IG reporting that the mayor's nonprofit returning $1 million plus back to the city that they took from the Wisner Fund. $1 million plus check sent to the city of New Orleans from one of the mayor's BS nonprofits, pilfering our money, the Wisner Fund, the Pontalba, the junkets. When is enough? I mean, you just have a ridiculously pain threshold where you're enjoying failure. Let's pretend we're like Austin and Nashville. Let's care a little bit. Time to oust this mayor. Give the city a fighting chance. Get someone else in there for the next 3 years that you get to vote on. NoLatoya.org. NoLatoya.org. Stop the laziness. Stop the apathy. You can make a difference. NoLatoya.org. Sign it already.
Greater New Orleans, a destination for learning. With 13 colleges and universities and a booming job market, Greater New Orleans is the ultimate destination for your higher education. Your path to the future begins in Greater New Orleans. Find out more at studynola.com.
Young's Dry Cleaning, with 2 walk-up locations with personal service. Young's on Claiborne and Young's on Harrison Avenue in Lakeview. Young's Dry Cleaning. Call 288-8381 or online at youngsdrycleaning.com.
Super discount store in Chalmette.
3235 Paris Road.
The lowest price allowed by Louisiana law on wine, alcohol, and beer.
Worth the drive from anywhere.
If you're throwing a party and need wine, alcohol, and cold beer, super discount store in Chalmette.
For us, it's really relationships. And if you care about the relationship, you're going to do the right thing for the customer all the time. When we're in design process of a custom-made piece, I have a test that says, if I wouldn't give this to my wife, I think we should pass and start over. If it's not perfect, it's going back to the shop. We're going to start all the way over. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
Trey Yen in Mandeville, a New Orleans tradition for over 40 years, serving the finest Louisiana-inspired Chinese cuisine. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Trey Yen.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day, by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com. Dave Miette Insurance Agency. Auto, home, flood, business. 504-556-0809. Dave Miette, INSagency.com.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralox, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralox technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralox is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
Rouse's Market is hiring. With 65 stores, full or part-time employment, and flexible scheduling, Rouse's has a job for you, or maybe even a career. Apply at any Rouse's store or online at rouses.com.
Custom window treatments can enhance the look and value of your home. At Helm Paint and Decorating, we're proud to offer custom plantation-style window shutters by Scandia. Perfect for any window, including large frames, French doors, sliding doors, and arches. American-made SL300 shutters are available in many colors to match your personal decor. We'll come out to measure, and you'll receive fast delivery. Plus, they're virtually maintenance-free.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
Helm Paint and Supply.
Come to Fausto's Italian Bistro. Age-old Italian recipes like the calamari fritti or spaghetti and meatballs. Lunch Monday to Friday. Dinner Monday to Saturday. 530 Vets, a block before Dorignax. Fausto's Italian Bistro.
Yeah, you right. 5 o'clock power hour on this Tuesday afternoon. Brought to you by Rouse's Markets. Truly your Mardi Gras headquarters on so many different levels. You can go in there and get party trays, all kind of pre-prepared food, ready to go. New Orleans food, good stuff. Bring it to the parade route, sandwiches and the like and more. And is there another place you can go that smells like Mardi Gras? Every Rouse's Market, 60 plus, baking those Rouse's king cakes in each and every location. They don't bake them at some commissary and truck them in, and they don't sit there for days and days and days. You go into each and every Rouse's Market, pretty much right when you walk in, tables set up with some cases, hundreds of king cakes, about 20 different flavors too. And this is Rouse's Market, South Louisiana. They've been baking king cakes for about 40 years. That cinnamon dough recipe is fantastic. It's not some mediocre king cake or a king cake you can get by with. It's one of the best king cakes in town. I love the Rouse's king cakes. I'm not just saying that. I love the Rouse's king cakes. And I love that Rouse's has individual pieces too. Plus, you can send those king cakes anywhere around the country to friends and family. And you don't even have to go into a Rouse's to do it. Just go to their website, rouses.com. Rouses.com and send those king cakes, any flavor, to friends and family all around the country. Best quality, best price, best selection. Truly, your Mardi Gras headquarters, ice chests, ice, beer, wine, liquor, everything you need. Soft drinks, water, sandwiches, snacks, everything you need for the parade route. Rouse's Market, your Mardi Gras headquarters, and wonderful king cakes. Rouses.com to send them around the country. 5 o'clock power hour on this Tuesday, brought to you by your Mardi Gras headquarters, Rouse's Markets. Yeah, you right. Happy Valentine's Day. Woodhouse Day Spa staying open late, guys. You screwed up and didn't get her anything? Go to one of the 4 area Woodhouse Day Spa locations. She'll think you took care of her, thinking about it weeks in advance. Each location in the lobby, foyer area, the entrance, they've got all kind of goodies for her, like bath salts and moisturizers, lotions, scented candles, nice, comfortable robes, all kind of stuff she'll love. The staff will help you get exactly what you need. And then, of course, get her that gift certificate from the Woodhouse Day Spa. Get her that full-blown day of relaxation. She'll love you for it. Gift certificates, any denomination. The Woodhouse Day Spa, Carrollton, or I should say Canal Street at Carrollton in Mid-City. In Metairie near North Kenner, Transcontinental at West Esplanade. On the North Shore, Slidell near I-10 in Gauze. And by the Mall of Louisiana in Baton Rouge. Now, it doesn't help you out tonight, but the gift certificate can be used at their Mandeville location, opening in about 4 weeks next month. The Woodhouse Day Spa, the city's premier day spa experience. She'll love you for that. Now, some of you are really up against it, Corey. I can't make it to the Woodhouse. What am I going to do? Go to their website, print your gift certificate online. Go to Walgreens, get a Hallmark card, and you're done. NOLA.woodhousespas.com. Any denomination, any amount of money, including a full-blown day of relaxation. NOLA.woodhousespas.com. www.woodhousespas.com. Yeah, it's Valentine's Day. Some of you are last minute. Some of you making a mistake, not getting it done. The Woodhouse will take care of you. Hey, I've thrown out 5, count them, 5 restaurants you can go to tonight. A lot of you have thrown in the towel. Where can I go? Everybody is booked up. Fury's doesn't take reservations. And if they're packed, they turn tables very quickly. Within 15, 20 minutes, you and her will be seated at Fury's in Metairie. Fresh local seafood. So good. Valentine's Day at Fury's. How about Treyen in Mandeville? You folks on the South Shore don't go, man, it's on the North Shore. That's for Covington, Mandeville, folks. It is. Folsom, Madisonville, wherever you are on the North Shore. Treyen at the foot of the causeway. But you South Shore folks, 25 minutes door-to-door from Lakeside Shopping Center to Treyen in Mandeville. They only take reservations for 6 or more, and they have not many reservations on the sheet tonight. So walk right in. That restaurant probably seats a few hundred, literally. Main dining room, the dining room to the left. Who knows? The dining room to the right might be open. And the bar area is like its own restaurant. They seat about 15 at the bar, another 15 or so at tables around the bar. Treyen in Mandeville tonight for Valentine's Day. You South Shore folks riding across the causeway, having a nice conversation with your significant other. Treyen in Mandeville. Scott Craig's trio of restaurants spread out all over the city. Katie's, legendary Katie's, the quintessential New Orleans neighborhood restaurant. They're open. They're in Mid-City. How about Bienvenue for you folks out in Harahan, River Ridge, Elmwood, Old Jefferson, right in the curve on Hickory Avenue. Bienvenue. And then Francesca in Lakeview, off Canal Boulevard on Harrison Avenue, Francesca. All these places don't take reservations. If they're packed, it'll be 10 or 15 minutes before you get a table. You can wait. Scott even said you can email him. Scott Craig, owner, operator, chef. Scott with 1 T. Scott at katiesinmidcity.com. Email him. Scott, I need a reservation at Katie's. I need a reservation at Francesca. I need a reservation at Bienvenue. Scott with 1 T. Scott at katiesinmidcity.com. Email him for a reservation. Bailing you guys out that didn't prepare, huh? You're welcome. Corey Johnson with you on a Tuesday afternoon. Yeah, you right. Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Mardi Gras, a week away. Mardi Gras Day, 1 week away. Yeah, you right. The recall effort has 8 days left. 25 weeks in, 1 week to go. 1 week to go. Eileen Carter and Belden Batiste have done a phenomenal job. Last night, they announced there are only 1,029 signatures needed to reach that 49,000 plus threshold. But it is inevitable. The Register of Voters, the Secretary of State, there's going to be some signatures thrown out for some reason. Didn't dot an I, didn't cross a T, something. Can't just cross the goal line. Got to bust through that goal line like thousands and thousands of extra signatures. 4 out of 5 New Orleanians have not signed the petition. 4 out of 5. What's wrong with you people? Just second rate, lazy, apathy setting in or has set in for years. We finally have a chance. It's right in front of you to make a difference. You know, they like every vote counts. If there was an election and it was literally tied, you could go to the polls and vote. You'd go to the polls and vote and turn the election the way you want it. You wouldn't count on other people to get it done. 4 out of 5 New Orleanians have done nothing as far as this recall. And I don't think 4 out of 5 people are satisfied with the mayor. 4 out of 5 people are lazy, second rate, apathy. Don't give a crap. Start giving a crap. Stop being lazy. They're right on it. They're right there. They busted their tail. We owe Eileen Carter and Belden Batiste. They're heroes for getting it done this much. But moral victories do not count. Got to cross the goal line and got to cross the goal line by thousands. Get off your lazy rear end already. Go to nolatoya.org. Find out where a pop-up location is and get there and sign. Come on, people. We're this close. Let's make some historic change for New Orleans. can't be satisfied with this lazy, pathetic entitlement mentality. Crooked criminal of a mayor. Federal investigation. Wisner Fund money. Pilfering that. The Pontalba apartment gimmick. The junkets. The first-class airline tickets. Let's do better. It's right there for the taking. NoLatoya.org. Come on, citizens. Let's do it. Hey, television audience, you folks watching on Cox Channel 4, Spectrum Channel 333, thank you for doing it. I'll be back tomorrow for 90 minutes of fun, 4 to 5:30. We seamlessly continue on radio, oh so fine, 93.9, live streaming, KareTalks.com. Take the show with you wherever you might be, KareTalks.com. We're on YouTube right now. You can check out the program live on YouTube. Check out the 4 o'clock hour when I visited with Eileen Carter around 4:20 from NoLatoya.org. You can check out yesterday's show, last month's show on YouTube. Our YouTube channel, Corey Johnson Neutral Ground. Check it out. Click to subscribe, too. Hey, speaking of the mayor, thank goodness for investigative reporting. Thank goodness for the New Orleans Office of Inspector General. This Ed Michel guy, the Inspector General, cut out of the same cloth as Bob Sarasoli, the guy that started the Inspector General's office. Apolitical, just going where the facts lead them. The IG isn't about criminal activity. It's about efficiency in government, making sure every taxpayer dollar is spent wisely. Jefferson Parish, the IG's office in Jefferson is a joke. McClintock left because of it. No autonomy. The council controls the IG's office. They don't like what's going on. They'll cut funding or steer them in another direction. It's a joke. Bob Sarasoli realized the corruption in New Orleans politics. It has autonomy, its own funding. It's separate from the city of New Orleans and Democrat, Republican, whatever. No, it's a world-class IG's office, and now not some lazy bum like do-nothing Derry Harper, whatever, the old IG. No, Ed Michel's relentless. He's like a bulldog. Who's against that in New Orleans? Who's against the IG or investigative reporting in corrupt New Orleans with joker hack politicians? This is needed, and it needs to be an effective office, and we got one. Put out a letter today doing an investigation on the mayor's BS nonprofit where she literally pilfered $1 million+ of money from the Wisner Fund. Our money, our tax-paying money. And now, because of investigative reporting in the Office of Inspector General, that BS nonprofit stroked a check returning the money, over $1 million of real money, back to the city of New Orleans, back to the Wisner Fund where it belongs. What more do you need from this mayor? Every day, just something belligerent, some type of entitlement mentality. She likes someone opening the door for her, getting in a Suburban with leather, a $80,000 Suburban with cops driving around, cops, protecting her. Unless it's 2 a.m. and she's walking around the quarter by herself, leaving the Pontalba, which she's done a bunch. I don't know about you. I got separated. I got divorced. Former wife, she stays at the house. I go rent an apartment. I go somewhere else. The mayor goes to the Pontalba. Stay at your house. Let your husband go rent somewhere, or you go rent somewhere like everyone else does. No, this entitlement mentality is sickening. This me mentality, the needs of the few, her, not the needs of us, the many, the citizens. You haven't had enough of it? You've got low standards if you haven't had enough. NoLatoya.org. Do it already. Can't afford to make it by one signature. We need thousands and thousands. Eileen Carter and Belden Batiste deserve it. They've busted their tail for 6 straight months. As of last night, 1,029 signatures shy of the 49,000 plus needed to make this go. Now is not the time for apathy, laziness, second-rate mentality. Now is the time to step up, make a difference. It's mind-blowing that this thing didn't clear the hurdle 3 months ago. It's mind-blowing that 4 out of 5, 80% of registered voters in New Orleans haven't done anything with the recall. 4 out of 5. Just pathetic. Can I say losers? Can I say second rate? Talk about apathy and laziness. Snap out of it. Wake up, people. You got a chance to make a difference, a historic difference. NoLatoya.org. Sign the recall petition today, tonight, tomorrow at the latest. Let's get this done by thousands and thousands of signatures so there's no way they can, pull it away from us. This mayor deserves a third election. She has earned a third election. That's another thing. Signing the recall doesn't oust the mayor. The Registrar of Voters in New Orleans has to approve the signatures. Then the Secretary of State in Baton Rouge. Once that's done, they hook up with John Bel Edwards and tell him, hey, they were successful with the signatures. You have to call a special election in New Orleans where the voters, the registered voters of Orleans Parish, we get to go to the polls and vote to keep the mayor or oust the mayor. There'll be a third election for this mayor. Like I said, she deserves it. She's earned it. Do the right thing. I'm like pleading with you, begging you. I love New Orleans, don't you? Do the right thing. Let's oust this mayor. 1,029 signatures needed as of last night. We don't need to get 1,030. We need to get like another 5,000, 7,000, 8,000, 10,000. Be nice to get about 60,000 signatures when 49,000 plus are needed. Now is the time to act. You 4 out of 5 registered voters that have done nothing the last 6 months concerning this recall. 4 out of 5 of you, 80%. Come on, people, let's go. Boy, East Lansing, Michigan, the campus of Michigan State last night, a 43-year-old, Anthony Dwayne McRae, shot and killed 3 Michigan State students, shot and wounded 5 others. Ran from the campus. Police had him cornered. He shot and killed himself. Another mass shooting. Students at a college, just sickening. Speaking of sickening, black and white New Orleanians, numb to black kids getting shot and killed. The latest, 3,000 block of St. Roch, Warren Eastern Charter School freshman, a 15-year-old kid, Tyler Ellis, shot and killed. That's the second Warren Eastern Charter School student killed in as many weeks. A couple of weeks ago, Kennedy Belton, shot and killed in New Orleans East. I don't want this to happen. I don't wish this to happen. But I think if like a white kid from Newman or St. Martin's or Country Day was shot and killed, black and white citizens would be outraged. Yeah, black citizens are numb to black kids getting shot. I believe if a white kid got shot that was 15, black citizens would react to that. I know white citizens would. And black and white citizens don't seem to react to a black kid getting killed. And you white folks that live in the suburbs or the North Shore, that's New Orleans' problem. That's a black problem. There's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. It is beyond illogical thinking. You live in Metro New Orleans. New Orleans does better. Metairie and the North Shore do better. The economy in New Orleans is vibrant. Crime is down. Education's up. Metairie and the North Shore do better. We're all in this together, but some of you don't believe that. Yeah, Corey, I'm on the other side of the 17th Street Canal. I'm on the other side of the lake. That's New Orleans, and that's a black problem. It's beyond illogical. It's crazy. Your neighbor, who might be black, does the exact same thing you do, lives in your neighborhood, same house, same income. Because they're black, they're responsible for the inner city black crime and not you because it's a black thing? Crazy. Beyond illogical, broken thinking. Just, it's like the recall. Folks want to put it on someone else. It's their problem, not mine. I can be lazy. I can be apathetic. It's sad. It's broken. Got to do better, New Orleans. Former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley running for president, the first GOPer to challenge the Trumpster. Derek Carr, released by the Raiders. He is officially an unrestricted free agent. Hey, the Pels are obviously without Zion indefinitely. They were also without another all-star type, C.J. McCollum, and they beat the Thunder on the road, a very much needed road win for the Pels. They're like 20-10 at home, but like the flip side on the road. Hard to have a winning road record in the NBA. About maybe 20 teams out of the 30 in the NBA have a losing road record. Maybe 8, 10, 12 have a winning road record. In all of pro sports, hardest to win on the road in the NBA. The Pels now are 30-28 with that win against Okie State. They're 7th in the Western Conference, but just a half game back from the 5th seed, 1 game back from the 4th seed. It's that tight. Go Pels. Excellent job, Pelicans, winning on the road. Corey Johnson with you on a Valentine's Day, Tuesday afternoon. We're going to hit like 70-something tomorrow. Wake up, it's going to be like 65. By the afternoon, it'll be like 75. Why don't you go to Helm Paint and Decorating and knock out that painting project? When it's raining or it's too cold to paint, that's when you go to one of the 7 Helm locations and pick out your color, get your paint, all the supplies needed to knock out your project right. They'll steer you in the right direction. They've been doing it for 50-plus years, 50-plus years, 53, 54 years. New Orleans home, Helm Paint and Decorating, 7 locations in the metro, East Bank, West Bank, North Shore, plus free 2-hour delivery. Helm Paint and Decorating, they know what they're doing. Corey Johnson with you on a Tuesday afternoon. Happy Valentine's Day. Did you blow it, guys, and you don't have a reservation for tonight? I got you covered. Trey Yen. Lots of tables available. Just walk right in. They don't take reservations. Got to be 6 or more to take reservations. Go to Trey Yen in Mandeville. They'll seat you. Great Valentine's dinner at Trey Yen in Mandeville. That's for you South Shore folks, too. Nice romantic drive across the lake tonight. It's 25 minutes from Lakeside Shopping Center. Right when you cross the causeway immediately on your left in Mandeville, Trey Yen. You North Shore folks, Mandeville, Covington, Madisonville, Lacombe, Folsom, Bush, wherever you might be on the North Shore. Trey Yen at the foot of the causeway. They're ready to take you tonight, you and that significant other, Valentine's Day dinner at Trey Yen in Mandeville. Fury's Restaurant in Metairie, no reservations. You can go right now. They're open till 9 p.m. Walk right in. They don't take reservations. If they're packed, they turn tables real quickly. You'll be seated in like 15, 20 minutes tops. Fury's Restaurant in Metairie, local, fresh seafood exclusively. Fury's has you covered on Valentine's Day. And I got 3, not 1, not 2, 3 Scott Craig restaurants. Owner, operator, head chef, Scott Craig of Katie's in Mid-City. Katie's will take care of you right now. How about Francesca on Harrison Avenue, right off Canal Boulevard in Lakeview? They'll take care of you right now. Bienvenue, the Katie's of Harahan on Hickory. They'll take care of you right now. And like Fury's, if Katie's, Francesca, Bienvenue's packed, they turn tables quickly. 10, 15 minutes, you'll be seated. No, you guys that didn't get a dinner reservation on Valentine's Day, I'm not going to knock you and say, what were you thinking? I'm going to give you the solution. Trey Yen, Fury's, Bienvenue, Katie's, Francesca, all ready to take you. Most places are packed. Fausto's, not a seat outside, not a seat at the bar, not a seat inside, fully packed. Brightson's in the Riverbend, fully packed for weeks. Fully packed for weeks. It's Valentine's night. Most restaurants are packed. I just threw out 5 that you can slip into. Hey, you didn't get her something? Woodhouse Day Spa, 4 locations, open late. Mid-City, New Orleans, Canal Street at Carrollton, open late. Metairie, near North Kenner, Transcontinental, West Esplanade, open late. Baton Rouge, open late. North Shore, Slidell, near I-10 and Gauze, open late. Get her a full-blown day of relaxation at the Woodhouse Day Spa. Plus, go there to that lobby foyer area. Get one of the employees, ideally one of the women, to help you. and get her some bath salts, some moisturizers, lotions, scented candles. They'll put it in a little bag with the rope handles, the little tissue paper, the ribbon, the bow, all the stuff we're terrible at. And get her that gift card, a full-blown day of relaxation at the city's premier day spa, the Woodhouse. Now, if you can't make it to the Woodhouse, I got good news for you. You can print your own gift certificate, any denomination, nola.woodhousespas.com, nola.woodhousespas.com. Valentine's Day, Mardi Gras, a week away. 8 days left for the recall. NoLatoya.org. NoLatoya.org. Hey, every day this program on radio, television, on YouTube, live streaming, KaareTalks.com. We do it every day from the Buddy Diliberto River Cities Total Maintenance Studios. Boy, you're running AC sometimes, you're running heat sometimes, not running the system at all. If you have any problems with your air conditioning or heat, River Cities Total Maintenance is there. Fair and honest. Lucas and the boys will take care of you immediately. They're air conditioning and heating experts that know your inconvenience. That's why I always say honest, incapable of screwing you around. AC and heating experts, they'll diagnose it right away the first time. And they come immediately because they know you're inconvenienced. Honest, air conditioning and heating experts that come immediately. You can find them online, NOLAAC.com, NOLAAC.com. Every day we broadcast live from the Buddy Diliberto River Cities Total Maintenance Studios.
Hey guys, it's Frank Smith from LasVegasGambling.com with your weekend 5-star lock of the week. Lock of the week. Take the Lakers and the points over the Clippers. Sell the house, sell the boat, sell your children. Send grandma away and take the money. Put everything you've got on this 5-star selection. It's the Lakers over the Clippers. And we've also got a fantastic 5-star parlay as well. Call us now, 888-555-7777. It's Frank Smith, a.k.a. The Hammer, from LasVegasGambling.com. Do it now.
For game-changing innovation, look to the Latrim family of companies located in Harahan. Intralocks, a Latrim company, changed the game when they invented modular plastic conveyor belts over 40 years ago. These belts and innovative Intralocks technology are transforming movement in manufacturing facilities around the world. Intralocks is a dynamic global company now hiring in production, warehousing, shipping, and more. If you want to be part of our successful team, visit Latrim.com. That's LAITRAM.com.
The Port of New Orleans is the gateway to global commerce, the economic engine that moves Louisiana and our country forward. For more than 125 years, Port Nola has continued to deliver the goods we use each and every day, by river, rail, and by road. No matter what, it all happens right here, delivering Louisiana's future at the Port of New Orleans, your working river. Learn more about your Port of New Orleans. Visit portnola.com.
If you are a loved one or suffering from Parkinson's disease, listen to Springfield Wellness Center's founder, Paula Norris Metier.
People started coming to us and asking for help for things other than addiction. We have a Parkinson's patient here. He comes in once a month and gets his little booster because that's what you have to do. In 2 hours after he started, his tremors in his hands stopped. So he said, Paula, your major marketing challenge is that it's too good to be true. But it's true. It truly is true. We can't say that all of these things have a cure, but these things happen and they're real.
Call Springfield Wellness Center, 504-291-4000.
Just call us. That's all. And we'll be waiting for you.
Make the call, 504-291-4000, 291-4000. Springfield Wellness Center, springfieldwellnesscenter.com.
When you think of Fury's restaurant in Metairie, you think about their daily lunch specials like red beans and rice, black-eyed peas, white butter beans, liver and onions. Daily lunch specials. Fury's restaurant in Metairie.
The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, it's open now. We fix cars and trucks. We do all makes and models. And it doesn't have to be a Ford or a Lincoln. It could be whatever you're driving. 32,000 square feet under roof, now open at 3101 Williams Boulevard. It's all about you, the customer, getting the most for your dollar. I would say the most perfect collision center anywhere. The Lamarck Automotive Collision Center, 3101 Williams Boulevard. Go check it out.
Why wear the same old glasses that everyone else is wearing? Stand out from the crowd. Come to Art and Eyes. Art and Eyes is not your typical eyeglasses store. It's one of the finest eyewear shops in the country, right here in New Orleans, with precision-engineered prescription lenses and gorgeous high-quality frames from the heart of Europe, Japan, and the United States. Our products are thoughtfully curated, and our staff are here to help you find exactly the right frames. Art and Eyes on magazine, as unique as you.
River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot. River City's total maintenance keeps you cool. NoAC.com, your cool spot.
At Helm Paint, we go the extra mile with free delivery anywhere in the metro area. In the middle of a job and short on paint? Call us and we'll come to you.
Short on time? Call in your order and pick it up in the drive-thru at our Earhart Boulevard location.
Helm Paint and Benjamin Moore. Let us steer you in the right direction.
If you love Katie's Restaurant in Mid-City, you're going to love Bienvenue in Harahan. The same folks bringing a little of that New Orleans flavor to Hickory Avenue. If you love Katie's, come to Bienvenue on Hickory Avenue in Harahan.
The city's premier day spa experience is at the Woodhouse Day Spa with 4 area locations: New Orleans, Slidell, Baton Rouge, and Metairie. A day of relaxation is just moments away at the Woodhouse Day Spa. NOLA.woodhousespas.com.
Being a part of people's lives, from an engagement ring to a wedding band. Before you know it, the wedding day is here and groom and bride are exchanging gifts on that day. And not too long after that, there's baby gifts to have. And I just enjoy being part of other people's family, saying, Mr. Friend did my engagement ring and he did my mom and dad's engagement ring. My name is Ken Friend of Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business.
You know, body language tells you a lot about what a person's thinking. For instance, that means she has an interest in the finer things in life.
The Neutral Ground with Corey Johnson.
That means she also wants a little fun in her life, but only with the right man.
Corey Johnson.
Now she's pouring a Colt 45, and we all know what that means.
Yeah, you right.
Mind if I join you?
You must have read my mind.
Something like that.
The power of Colt 45. It works every time.
That was the script. She's going to say, mind if I join you? And you say something like that. That's the ending line there? Brilliant commercial. I don't think Billy D. Williams had any female action in the 70s. I think he was like a eunuch or something like that. I'm pretty sure. Along with Wilt Chamberlain. They did not have any female action. Cheese and Pete's. I think Billy D. Williams in the 70s probably slept with enough women for himself and about 300 other men. He was like such a sex symbol. It was crazy. And I don't know about you, but I've gone into like a grocery store, a convenience store, and it's like empty. And I just popped open a Colt 45, glasses, windows broke, just hundreds of women storming into the store, tackling me, ripping my clothes off. It's crazy. You get a Colt 45, you pour it over your own head. It is a chick magnet. It's crazy. I have a huge tank of Colt 45 brand malt liquor on the roof of my house. It's a gravity type shower thing. I don't shower in water. I don't get my water from the sewage and water board. I get it from Colt 45, and it's crazy the amount of females. It's a magnet. It's a female magnet. It's Colt 45 brand malt liquor. This segment of the program, most definitely not brought to you by Colt 45 brand malt liquor. Corey Johnson with you. on Valentine's Day. Mardi Gras is a week away. The recall, 8 days left. Sign it already. Do it. NoLatoya.org. Hey, Latrim, the global manufacturing giant, is hiring. That's all they do because they grow all around the world. A worldwide manufacturing giant, born, bred, based out of New Orleans. We're into February now in 2023. The New Year's coming and going. That New Year's resolution, I'm going to change jobs. How about a new career at Latrim, a culture of innovation, and they're looking for you. For a full listing of positions available, go to their website, latrim.com. Latrim spelled Laitram, latrim.com, latrim.com. You East Bankers and West Bankers, you don't have to travel far. Their Elmwood facilities hiring. You North Shore folks, you don't have to traverse the lake. Just go down I-12 near Hammond. Their North Shore facilities hiring. Latrim.com for a full listing of positions available. Hey, I mentioned it's Valentine's Day. The Woodhouse Day Spa, 4 area locations open late. Guys, you can go to the Woodhouse, and even though you're doing it right now, she'll never know. She'll think you did it days ago, weeks ago. Go to one of the 4 locations. Get her a day of relaxation gift certificate. Get her a gift certificate, any denomination from the Woodhouse. Now, I recommend going to one of the 4 locations so you can get some of the goodies in the lobby, foyer, entrance area, like scented candles, lotions, moisturizers, bath salts, stuff that she wants. They'll put it in a nice little bag with the rope handles, the tissue paper, the ribbon, the bow, the whole 9 yards. You'll be a hero. Get her what she wants, guys. It's not too late. 4 area Woodhouse Day Spa locations. Mid-City, New Orleans, Metairie near North Kenner, on the North Shore, by the Mall of Louisiana in Baton Rouge. Now, if you're really pressed and you can't make it to one of those locations, you can print a gift certificate for her online. NOLA.woodhousespas.com. NOLA.woodhousespas.com. Go to the Walgreens, get a Hallmark card, and you're done. Saving you. Hey, speaking of saving you, some of you did not get a dinner reservation. Big mistake. Are you calling all around and getting the same thing? Sorry, we're booked up. Yeah, of course they're booked up. It's Valentine's Day. You got to go somewhere that doesn't take reservations or only takes like reservations for 6 or more. Like Treyen in Mandeville. Not Chinese food, Chinese cuisine, some of the best in America. And they're ready to take you and your significant other right now. Treyen in Mandeville. Walk right in. They'll take care of you. Problem solved. And you South Shore folks, 25 minutes from Lakeside Mall. Nice romantic drive across the lake. Treyen in Mandeville. You North Shore folks at the foot of the causeway. Covington, Mandeville, Madisonville, Lacombe, Bush, Folsom. Treyen, foot of the causeway in Mandeville. Ready for you and her. Great dinner tonight at Treyen. Fury's Restaurant in Metairie on Vets does not take reservations. Walk right in, sit right down with her. Fresh local seafood. Fury's is fantastic. If by chance they're really crowded, it's like a 10 or 15 minute turnaround. There'll be folks getting up and leaving. You'll get that next seat. Fury's Restaurant in Metairie, no reservation required. They don't take reservations. And I've got a trio, 3 Scott Craig restaurants spread out all over. Katie's, of course, in Mid-City. They don't take reservations. They're ready to take care of you. Francesca in Harahan, Elmwood, Old Jefferson, River Ridge, on Hickory Avenue in Harahan. The Katie's of Harahan, Bienvenue. Walk right in. They'll take care of you. Francesca in Lakeview on Harrison Avenue, right off Canal Boulevard. Walk right in. They'll take care of you. Now, I said that trio of Scott Craig restaurants don't take reservations. You can email Scott, and he'll give you a reservation. It's Scott with 1 T, S-C-O-T. Scott at katiesinmidcity.com. Email him. Tell him where you want to go. Katie's, Francesca, Bienvenue. He'll get your reservation for tonight for you and her. Scott at katiesinmidcity.com. Yeah, you right. Bailing you out, guys, for you, folks that didn't prepare in advance. It's Valentine's Day. Don't avoid it. Don't blow it. I got you covered on the gift, the Woodhouse Day Spa, 5 restaurants you can walk right into. Katie's, Francesca, Bienvenue, Trey Yen, Fury's. Last night was a great night. NoLatoya.org, the recall effort, revealed that they only need 1,029 signatures to reach 49,000 plus. But we got to really double down over the next week. The distraction of Mardi Gras, we don't want them getting over the threshold and then the registrar of voters or the Secretary of State throwing out some because someone didn't sign it right or didn't dot their I or cross their T. We need to clear the hurdle by thousands. NoLatoya.org, sign the recall tonight, tomorrow at worst. NoLatoya.org. What's that, Blue Boy? Sign the recall. You're right. See you tomorrow.
You're on the neutral ground with Corey Johnson. On TV on Cox Channel 4 and Spectrum Channel 333. Also on YouTube. On radio at NOLA Talk 93.9 FM, WSLA New Orleans.
Hi, it's Ken Friend from Friend & Company Fine Jewelers. You've got a friend in the jewelry business. Come see us over on Maple Street in Uptown.
Friend & Company Fine Jewelers, Breitling time, 6 p.m.